What's up,
Hello.
everybody? Hello. How is everyone doing? We are here on this fine afternoon with some incredible casters that I've had the pleasure to fundraise with personally this year. And we're going to talk about all Team Kitty fundraising this year and how they coordinate events with the team. And they do some good together. They raise a ton of money. And I'm so proud to personally be a part of Team Kitty and see that, all the things that we get to do together. So, shout out to everyone here in chat that is here. Thank you so much. I'm just going to say some quick hellos to Excel, Figure, and Lady. Hello, hello. And we got Damnation. I hope I'm saying that right. Hope I didn't butcher that, but welcome in, everybody. Look at these beautiful individuals. We have Butt3r, we have Libby, aka Askesienne, and CamillaPanda. Thank you all for joining me today. We're gonna do a round of introductions. Y'all know me. I'm Ashley. I am at Tiltify's community manager. I get to do all the fun community chats like this, and you see me on our community spotlights every Friday on our blog posts and on YouTube. And you'll see a lot of my face on TikTok and everywhere else. So let's start off with the introduction with Butter. Let's learn a little bit about
Hi.
you, my love.
Hello. I am a non-binary creator from Canada. You can use any pronouns. I'm cool with them. As long as they're with respect and we're good. I'm a full-time content creator and I just started doing that earlier this year. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about myself. It's always like hard when you're like, I don't know what to say. But I think I got like the
Well,
good points.
yeah, we have a pretty spicy community, for
Spicy 18
sure.
plus. Mhm,
Very
mhm. Very
spicy, very
queer,
fun.
very
Yes,
fun,
very queer,
exactly.
queer and happy. I love it.
Mhm.
Better has a great community. So make sure y'all go follow all of these creators on their Twitch channels. We have our beautiful extension. If you hover over the stream, you can follow their channels and the Team Kitty TV Twitch channel. Because I'm sure we're working on some stuff for our Twitch channel, Libby. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I'm
We got
sure.
plans.
We got some plans. So let's throw the round of introduction to Miss Libby and tell us your role at Team Kitty, please.
Absolutely. My name is Libby. Online, I go by Askesienne. Don't worry, no one can pronounce it. Libby's fine. I use she, her pronouns. When it comes to Team Kitty, so I've been a broadcaster myself since 2014. I actually got started because of charity streaming. Over time, I have come to be the manager of Team Kitty. I started that in like mid 2016. So we are a team of about 60 right now, women and non binary broadcasters. We welcome all folks who are aimed at empowerment of communities on the platform that don't always get the spotlight. Um, and one of the things that we do a lot of as a team is we fundraise for charity. My job on the team is to manage the team day to day, try to find sponsorships for folks, help them live out their dreams as a broadcaster, but also it's really important to us to give back to the communities that we're part of. And so, with my management of the team, I also take care of helping coordinate charity campaigns, both with team members and with just the broader community.
Much for that introduction. Everything that she spoke about, she does a really good job at. So I just want to stress that today. I appreciate you, Libby, for everything you do. I'm
I
sure me
appreciate
and
you.
Camila and Butter can agree on that statement
Mhm.
together. Okay. You're doing a lot for us ladies and femmies in this space. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. And of
Yeah,
course, the
thank you.
Queen
Know you.
Kitty as well. The Queen Kitty as well. Kitty Plays. We appreciate all the work she does too. So hopefully you're listening or watched a VOD, Kitty. Okay. We love you.
I'll text her. Hold on.
Yeah,
Thanks,
text her,
mom.
text
Love
her.
you.
And last but not least, we have Camila Panda. Let's hear a little bit about you and your content creation journey.
Well, hi everyone. My real name's Nikki. I go by CamillaPanda online. I'm a variety broadcaster that also focuses on charity. I started during the pandemic because of the person who is above me. They posted that they were doing St. Jude Play Live, and I was bored at
What?
home and I wanted to do some good because usually around that time I'm traveling the country for first robotics competition as an MC, and they posted about St. Jude. I said, "Well, if I can raise $200, it's something. It's better than nothing. I'm still doing something good while I'm just bored at home." And then somehow raised $3,500 for St. Jude my first year, and I've just been a little hooked on streaming ever since.
And you raised so much money this year with St. Jude. That was absolutely incredible. I just wanted to congratulate you on that. And you've helped so many kids, and you should be proud of you and your community. So I just wanted to stress that. So amazing job. And thank you so much for using Tiltify as well for doing some good with your community. And that goes for all of you, especially the ones in chat that use our platform too. So thank you so much for those round of intros. We're gonna go more into Team Kitty fundraising this year. We did Pride Month, we did St. Jude Play Live, so much fun. I actually had Butter join Team Kitty fundraising. We're also
Yes.
gonna throw it to Libby first on how important it is to invite community members to fundraise as a collective. I just wanted you to touch more on that, Libby, and how you started that.
Yeah, totally. So we obviously it felt a little squicky to us to be like, no, fundraising's only for us, right? Obviously anyone can jump in on a campaign like St. Jude Play Live, like Unified for Pride. They're all available on Tiltify. You can fundraise for things anytime, whether it's an event or it's just because it's a Wednesday, so why not? When we do team campaigns, one of the things that's so cool about Team Kitty in general is obviously we've got all these broadcasters and we see a lot of crossover in between communities. And slowly we sort of ended up with people saying like, hey, how can I help even more? Like I want to come to streams, I want to donate, all that kind of stuff. But hey, I stream too. Can I be part of it? And the answer to that is heck yeah. You absolutely can join that. So one of the things that we do is obviously within the team, we have our own kind of Discord space that's for team members. It's, opportunities, chats about stream stuff, venting channel about, life and all sorts of silly things. But specifically around charity, obviously with casters who are not on the team, we have a lot of folks who are super experienced in fundraising, people who are new, whether on the team or off the team. So we made a Discord specifically for that of folks who want to do charity campaigns. It also helps me not spam every single team member every time we do a charity thing because it's sort of a separate section. And the idea there, just like with the team, is that we're offering collaboration, mentorship, and just friendship and camaraderie in the things that we do, specifically for fundraising. So with Team Kitty, all of our team campaigns are open to anyone can support as long as I click the buttons right. That's the intent. I messed up one. It's fine. But the whole idea is we're all getting together. We have so many people in common across our networks, our friends, people whose streams we watch and who watch our streams, that it seemed really silly for that to be a closed gate when we're all trying to accomplish the same thing. And so, especially for folks who are interested in the team or maybe aspiring to be on the team, it's been really cool to kind of open those doors and say, here are folks who are super hyper experienced with fundraising. Let's get you kind of that buddy system of what are your best practices, what can we do together. And especially for smaller casters on the team campaign, we go out to the team's sponsors and just companies in general, and we'll look for ways to partner up for giveaways or merch lines that say all kinds of stuff. And for those
Yes.
casters who are kind of maybe they're newer to streaming or they're new to charity streaming, we're able to kind of take them under our wing and say, you're part of this too. Let's get you that hype from this cool giveaway, from this big collab, from all playing a game together. And let's get your campaign some attention and your stream some eyeballs so that we can all keep amplifying what each other do. And it's been really fun. Like I wouldn't have met Butter other than in your chat, Ash, if Butter had not joined the team campaign. And it's
Exactly.
been such a great way to kind of open doors and meet new people and combine all of the efforts for awesome and do some good stuff.
And you know, I'm so happy Butter joined us because he's just amazing, and I'm so happy that he
I
got to
love
meet the
Butter.
other members too. We love Butter. Butter.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
bestie.
Hi, bestie.
Hey, what inspired you to join Team Kitty fundraising?
You. Like
What?
at the beginning of the day, absolutely you. At the end of the day,
That's my
you.
favorite
Like
answer.
you did like everything you've done. I've watched you for like over a year, and my husband's watched you for like like 2 years or so. Like I remember like first ever seeing a stream that you were doing, and like just seeing the joy that you have in charity fundraising, and like just being awesome at it, having a lot of fun, hyping up the community. Everything that you did, it was just like so like energetic and so mesmerizing. I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to try that." And for the longest time I was like, "I don't know, like and then so like my first time using Tiltify was like earlier this year, and I was like, ooh, I feel like really, really passionate about what's going on. And it was for Stop AAPI Hate. And it was just like literally the day of, I was like, I want to do this. And I just did it. Because it was like, that's what you do. Like, if you feel passionate about it, you just like put action into it, right? And absolutely, you were the inspiration for that. Just like do it, you know?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Sign up on Tiltify in a couple
Yeah.
minutes.
Oh, it
Just
was so
do
easy.
it.
So easy.
So
Like,
easy.
if you're wondering if you should do it, I mean, it's a little bit of a learning curve like anything, but it is definitely one of the easier things to like get into as far as like connected to doing it on Twitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you.
Oh, I'm just here to inspire y'all to do some good. That's all I want
Yeah,
to do. And I'm glad we have these conversations. So thank you, Butter. I
you're very
appreciate
welcome.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you did Stop AAPI Hate, and then your
Mm-hmm.
next one was Saint You Play Live, correct?
Mm-hmm. With you
And
guys, yes.
then you did Unify for Pride, our
Mm-hmm.
Tiltify Pride Month event with Team Kitty.
Yes.
Um, well, I hope all three of those fundraisers were a great experience.
They
And
were, yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to see what else you do in the
I
future
actually have something already lined up. Yeah. Um,
that you can
uh,
talk about.
yes, I can talk about it. Um, the Stonewall, the Stonewall Foundation actually reached out and said, "Hey, we had a lot of fun doing this with you earlier in the year. Would you like to again?" And I was like, "Yes." So we're going to be doing that for Transgender Awareness Week next month, or the week leading up to Transgender
I'm on that
Awareness
one too,
Day.
so we can
Yeah!
maybe do stuff together. I'm on.
Team Kitty fundraising!
Yeah. It's
Awesome.
wonderful. I'm excited
Oh,
for it. Yeah.
my little heart.
Yeah. That's for the Stonewall Community Foundation.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's so
Hmm.
exciting. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'm just excited. I love
Good.
hearing things that are in the works and we get to build hype around it. Of course, tag Tiltify on socials when you're going live with all that fun stuff so we can elevate and support.
Hmm. Definitely.
Wow. Okay. I have this big smile on my face and now my cheeks hurt.
Same.
Um, uh, and Camila, I know you're part of TK. And like you said, that person that is above you, Miss Libby, inspired you to start fundraising. Um, what inspires you to continue to fundraise with your community?
Right now, what continues to inspire me is just the fact that my community is so like excited to do some type of good. Excuse me, whether
Mhm.
it's actually donating or just tuning in or hyping up the stream or whatever it is, it kind of brings the community together in a way that like sure, I could just be streaming and playing games all the time, but it's not the same as when we're all laughing together because someone thought it would be a great idea to put glitter on my eyebrows or decided it would be a great idea to have my face covered in 25 googly eyes and we could just sit and laugh together.
I want my face covered in googly eyes.
No, you don't.
I
No, no.
I
I
do.
need to step in there. I did the same thing where I dared my community. I was like, if we hit this, I'll do like remember the Jenna Marbles video where she did the disco ball face? I was like, I'll do that. Don't.
Hmm.
It was awful.
Oh, we
It
have
was
the
That's
really
picture.
fun.
hysterical though.
We have the
It
tweets
was
still, Libby. We still have the
I
tweets
know. I
from that.
tagged Tiltify in my TikTok too. I was like, this is entirely your fault. Like, thanks for making it so easy for me to be absolutely cursed.
Well,
It's a lot.
I heard you say glitter on the eyebrows. Is that an incentive you have done?
Yes, it started, the first year I started doing the fundraisers and everything for St. Jude. I had started cleaning out my room because I was bored because there's nothing else to do
Mhm.
outside. I'll just clean out my whole room and see what I'm getting rid of. I found packets of body glitter that, like, just stuck to yourself. I'm like, "Well, I don't wanna get rid of it and just throw it out. I'm doing this fundraiser." Glitter bomb, $10.
Wow, sorry if you hear a someone cutting grass. They're right behind my window. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, no. The glitter bombs are my favorite, Nikki. Like they are so fun because they are so chaotic. Um,
So, okay. I'm gonna
because
have
it'll
to do
just be
that.
like it's great. Messy though, right? Like
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
messy. I finally have narrowed it down to a type of body glitter that doesn't, like, when I move, get everywhere. It actually dries
Uh-huh.
on, so I don't have to worry about
Oh.
it. However, like, I look ridiculous half the time, and it's absolutely a joy. I'm so like, I'll make other people laugh at my expense if it means we're doing something great.
Exactly.
Yup. Or doing like the
that's
No matter.
push-ups
that's
or
the unofficial tagline for charity streaming is come laugh at me as long as we're
yeah.
doing good for somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to steal that for one time, one of my fundraisers, and use that. So, you're probably gonna have to share your secret about that glitter that dries. So,
I got
Mhm.
you.
Camilla,
Yeah,
Mhm.
share it in the
cool,
DMs.
cool, yeah, in the DMs, exactly. Yes, that's awesome. I've never heard of that. Honestly, I've never heard of that incentive. So I love that, and I'm gonna probably ask you later if you have clips of that because that'll be really fun to see. I want to see that in action.
Mhm.
I've got plenty of selfies, like post-stream selfies at
Oh,
this point where, like, you can see, like, the glitter beards and the eyebrows. There's, one recently when someone first did the eyebrow thing, and I was poking fun at a character in a game, and I just looked at myself afterwards and, like, I had no right to say anything. I look that ridiculous.
wow. Okay. I'm gonna message you. I want all those pictures and clips. Okay, cool. All right. I'm really scared of glitter because, you know, I'll find glitter for the rest of the year. Once I use it that
Mhm.
one day, I'm gonna find it on my monitor, in my bed, in my dresser drawer, in a bathroom, in my closet.
Mhm.
So that's what scares me the most, but I am going to probably do that. So cool. Cool incentive ideas, y'all. Take notes. Take notes.
Mhm.
Um, since we're on a topic of incentives, Butter likes to do
Hi.
some very physical incentives.
I
You
do.
want to tell us about those?
So I mean, as far as like doing fundraising, I love to dance and I love playing Just Dance.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you want to get if you want to get like hyped up and have a lot of fun, listening to like some fun music and all that. And then also make me do other things like I'll do dancing in high heels, like tall high heels, and it's so much fun. And I'll do extreme songs and it like thankfully I've not broken my neck yet, thankfully, and we're gonna keep it
Yes,
that way.
please be careful.
But there's that. That's a lot of fun. Or squats and push-ups and jumping jacks and all that. Like
Jumping
it
jacks.
it's
Yeah,
been
you. Every time I'm in your stream, I'm like, all right, go, Butter, go.
but
Get your workout on.
yeah, no, those are some of the fun things that I do. I really like that fundraising has helped me like be physical, especially in like being in front of the camera. Like we're so often like sitting down or standing there. And so like doing
Yeah.
something that like gets you up and moving and like stretching and doing all that, that's like a really good incentive to have. I have a lot of fun with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love seeing you do those. I'm like, yep, he has 50 more jumping jacks to go.
Yep.
For the kids, for the
For the
kids.
kids, for the kids, exactly.
Yeah, those are some fun incentives I've seen you do. So thank you for sharing. And Livy, other than your beautiful googly face portrait, what are some other fun incentives you have done with your
Ooh,
fundraisers?
fun incentives I have. So like the usual, right? I'm really I don't do Bean Boozled because I'm a big baby.
Same.
But I will do Warhead candy because I don't like sour. I know, I'm sorry. Everyone always says that and I'm like, I get it, but it literally makes me sweat. Like I'm just a
Yeah,
wimp.
me too.
I like spicy food. I don't mind hot sauce except when I'm doing hot sauce shots. Like I'll eat it with food, but not alone. Warheads are my go-to. Like everybody loves it
Same.
because I'm crying in pain and like not happy. My two favorite that I'll do, I guess they're one was an incentive that I did. I was fundraising for the Humane Society of the United States, and um, one of the things that my brain was kind of racking around. I love animals. I love my pet, that kind of thing.
Mm.
And one of the things I was kind of like racking my brain around is this is cool. It's online. It's for this kind of global org, but like, what can I do locally? So I had a donation incentive for my Humane Society fundraiser that it wasn't a warhead. It wasn't a silly moment. It was you're donating to the charity and then you're adding an item to my basket. And I'm just going to make a basket and I'm going to go to a shelter that's local here and I'm going to drop that off. Like, I'm going to go spend my own money on it. That's fine. But like, I wanted to both impact kind of the broader national org, but also help animals locally. So it
I
was
love
like
that.
your entry was like, I'm gonna go grab one more thing at Petco and like put it in the basket and drop it off. So I
Oh,
love that. And then full time silly on Butter's note of getting physical, not an incentive but a milestone. I have a 6+ foot tall inflatable unicorn outfit, and at certain milestones when we hit the big numbers, I will do a Just Dance day in the unicorn. It is exactly as chaotic as it sounds, and I have to turn my mic off because all you hear is like swish 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 the entire time. But it is the goofiest thing I've ever seen. And I can't even get through the dances because I'm laughing so hard because I can like barely see myself through the little window on the screen. Like, oh boy, this is a lot. But it's just, the phrase my community came up with. I was like, guys, how do I describe? I need to describe myself for something, and their term was chaotic philanthropic. Like chaotic good, chaotic neutral. No, no,
I
no,
love it.
chaotic philanthropic. So like the
Yes, I
chaos in
like
the
that.
stream comes exclusively when charity is in play. Otherwise, we like
Yes.
play games and vibe. But
Yeah.
when it comes to Tiltify fundraising, it's full chaos all the time.
I haven't heard that, and I love that because you always hear chaotic good, chaotic
I
this.
think
I'm
I'm I
like,
think I'm gonna put it in my bio. I think that's a bio winner. Chaotic
yes,
philanthropic
no,
streamer.
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah. Please
Trademark.
do that right now. Edit it right now.
Okay. I'm on it. Hold on. Let me mute myself and type. 1 second.
That's awesome. So I haven't done the whole inflatable suit thing yet.
So
I'm kind of
sweaty. It's
scared.
so sweaty. You gotta do the like minimum outfit that you're willing to like, the tank top and shorts kind of thing, and you're still gonna be a disaster mess. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's fun. It's really fun. It's just real sweaty.
I bet.
Camila, have you done any inflatable funny goodness yet or plan to?
I owe my community a dinosaur party still, and I was gonna get a dinosaur inflatable suit and play dinosaur themed games for the whole day.
I love that.
So we'll get there eventually. I have other things too. Like folks are really excited for a cooking stream from me. So that way I
Mm-hmm.
could just like make a bunch of different foods and show folks that. I recently did a fundraiser for a small nonprofit out in Oregon, and I discovered my community really likes when one of the incentive or the milestones is spooky games. So I owe another spooky game run through. And
Mhm.
then on top of that, they find it hysterical when I try to play dating simulators. So I now have to play
Oh.
Boyfriend Dungeon. The last time it was the KFC one, and that was my first ever attempt
Have
at a
you done
dating
Dream Daddy
simulator.
yet?
No, I don't
That's
do
Oh,
good
dating
put it
Gotta
on the
get to that.
list.
simulators.
You got to
That
try
is
That's
your
the
really
luck.
next
good.
one. That's the next one, definitely. Or
Yes,
Monster
yeah.
Prom. Oh my god.
Oh
Love Monster
goodness.
Prom. It's so
I
good.
haven't heard anything about Monster Prom, actually. I'm gonna have to check
It's
that
like
out.
it's like $5. It's like always on sale. $5. The second game is really
Okay.
inexpensive too. It is very steamy. So you
Oh,
know. It's very
eh,
steamy. Hmm.
noted. Okay, so can you like give us a hint of what you may be cooking, maybe? Or is that a surprise?
I I think I finally narrowed it down because my one of my favorite foods is making a roast chicken from scratch. So
Ooh.
I may be roasting a chicken and making it potentially like either because it's going to be at the end of this month or a little bit into November. It could be either Halloween themed or it's going to be holiday themed. And I'll let like
I
my
love it.
community have the ingredients in advance so that way if folks want to cook alongside me, like they can and try to make it like a
Oh.
legitimate cooking show. But I've never done it before. I love teaching because I mentor kids in robotics and engineering. So I feel like if I can teach kids how to build robots, I might be pretty okay at teaching people how to make a chicken.
I
We'll
mean,
I
see.
honestly,
think
it's the same
so.
thing. It's ingredients, aka parts. It's a
Mhm.
Yep.
recipe, aka your model and your drawing. Like Camilla and I both coach robotics. Like this is we can do this.
It'll
Yeah,
be
you got
great.
You're
You
it.
do
fine.
it
It's
too,
the same
Libby?
thing as a kid instruction.
Mhm.
I didn't know you did it too, Libby. So cool. Okay, y'all got to teach me how to build a robot. Then we can make that another stream. If
Yes.
the boss
Yes. Oh,
approves,
like
we could.
Nikki and I have the same look on our faces. Like, one, yes. Two, where you are like some of the best class teams in the country, and you'd make an excellent. The team's name is literally the Cheesy Poofs. Like, we'll get Ash on the Cheesy Poofs. That's
The
yeah,
cheesy poofs.
Yeah.
yeah.
My one
That makes
really
me
close
think
friend is
of.
one of the mentors.
Oh,
Yeah, let's. All right, Ash for Cheesy Poofs,
I don't know why that
2022.
Get
makes
it
Let's go.
me
trending.
think
Get it
Yes.
of.
trending.
That makes me think of a poodle with like cheese dust in their fur for some reason. I don't know why. Cheesy poofs. Okay, that's really cute. And I didn't know you did it too, Libby. That is awesome. So you are the dynamic duo for building robots.
Yeah,
So do you
we're doing it.
you
We're
program them too?
hosting and casting a tournament this weekend. Like that's
Mhm.
like we're the duo for the tournament. So I'll give you a link.
It's going to
And you
be
do all the
fantastic.
programming and everything for the robots too?
So the students
Or
do most
coding,
of the
whatever.
work. We like
Hmm.
so it's a high school program. Well, the nonprofit is something I've been doing since I was a kid. It's K through 12 educational robotics. And at the high school level, like the mentors are the coaches and the advice and the extra brain cells. But like at least we coach two different teams in the, like our local area. We're nearby each other ish, and like our teams. First of all, we're like two really good teams in our area. We like winning, so we gotta win. We gotta do some wins together. But the mentors are sort of the coaches, the extra advising, and then the kids do a lot of the work. Like on my team, the older students will like run programming class and then teach the freshmen how to program, and then they'll all go and like do the robot stuff. I'm more mechanical and strategic, as well as like for my school district, I run all of our robotics programs as an administrator, which is like I don't sleep very much, so it's fine.
Yeah, you
But
are
like
literally
it's
Superwoman. Literally. I'm like,
no, I'm
wait,
just
you do
really
something else
tired.
too? You have something else you do too, alongside the other amazing things you're doing? Wow. You are
Yeah,
a busy
it's fun.
woman. You need a
I just got
vacation.
smart kids and I make sure they don't cut their hands off on saws. It's fine.
That
Good.
too. That's great. That's a great
Rule
responsibility.
one. Rule number one of robotics.
Rule number
Don't
one
cut
is
your
do
hand
not
off.
die. Yep,
Yeah.
that's literally it. Just like don't be dumb.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna plan a stream for y'all to teach me. Okay. Promise. I'm gonna love that so much. School me, teachers. School me. That's so cool. Wow. I wish robotics was in my schools when when I was in elementary, elementary. How do you say it? how do all of you say it? Because
Elementary.
a lot of people
But I
a lot
Elementary.
of
I
people say
mentored at a school
elementary.
when I went to college that said elementary, and I was like, "No, that's not it." Like, yes, that's how it's spelled, but that's not how you
I
say
say
it.
elementary, but my brain said elementary. I don't.
It's like
Okay.
library. Like you don't say library. No, library, right?
Okay. Yeah. I wish I had robotics programs. Like when I
Mhm.
was younger, I would be a really smart human being right now if I had that back in the day.
You
But
are a
it's
really
okay.
smart human being.
You are.
But I would be even
Mhm.
smarter and cooler in coding robots. I'd be even
We can
cooler.
still teach you that. We'll get it there.
Mhm.
We'll get it there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing all those awesome incentives and everything. And we dived a little bit into another job you all have outside of streaming, and that's super cool. It's so cool learning like all your hidden talents you all have. You are just so inspirational and so cool. Okay, so many talents under your sleeve. Gosh, I love these people. They're great. I love chatting with people on this channel. We get to learn so much about you and your communities. So, again, thank you so much for joining me. And we're going to dive a little bit into your experience using Tiltify. And we can start with Butter since
Hi.
you just started this year. How about that?
Mhm.
And I know we did talk about this with your community spotlight, but let's
Mhm.
hear it again.
I'd love to talk about it again. I mean,
Yes.
it was like it was super easy. Like right off the bat, it was very easy to set up. It was fantastic. There was, as I said, like a learning curve, but it was something that I was able to like sit down and like get it done within an hour of like kind of grasping everything and inputting into OBS and everything. There's a lot of like nice things that are like, oh hey, you don't know how to maybe put this and make it onto your stream. Here's a button that's gonna kind of tell you what you need to do, or copy this little thing. And so it's like it's very helpful because of course like it's kind of like learning a new skill. Like as creators, we have to kind of learn a lot of different little skills in order to like output content. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
learning a
Yeah.
lot of like, how do I use Photoshop? How do I use this? How do I use that? And it was definitely on the easier side as far as like learning what to do. So yeah, I found it pretty easy to work with. And then there's like assets that you provided for me during Unified for Pride, and those were also super easy to put in, like super easy. I'm just like, if I knew it was as easy as it was to like start doing it, I would have probably started sooner, you know? But it's like daunting. It's really daunting to be like, oh
Yeah.
hey, here's something that it has a lot of gravity because you're fundraising and you're representing a charity, so you're like, oh my god, this is a lot, what do I do? And you're kind of like frozen and like, I don't know what to do, right? But it was super easy to actually pick up, so
Well,
yeah.
if you encounter another creator that has that same, question, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? I want to do
Mhm.
some good. Now you know what to tell them better since you're a
Mhm.
pro charity streamer now, you know.
Thank you.
Oh,
I hit the mic.
okay. I said, did something fall?
No, no,
Pro
nothing
charity
fell, we're
streamer,
good.
audio engineer, man.
Oh, not at all. You could
Not at
be
all.
you could be like professional full-time content creator. You've done it for a decade and you will hit your like mic without fail like once a week. It's
Hmm.
it's just a
Or you'll
thing.
be muted, and you have no idea.
I one time had the my pop filter hit the little mute button on the microphone and I was like, how did that line up? How did that happen? Like what? I don't know.
Well, thank you for sharing your experience because I know, again, you said I somehow inspired you to start
Somehow,
fundraising,
somehow,
but it's
somehow.
the fact that I did and to see you having fun with it is very fulfilling to me. So thank you. Thank you for
Thank
sharing your experience.
you.
And I hope it's even better and better and better. And of course, we are always improving Tiltify. So we
Always.
always have new toys coming out for sure.
Yeah. Even in like the past, I would say 6 months since I like first did, like there's already so many more new things on it,
Hmm.
and UI improvements, and just making it more accessible to find little things here and there too. um yeah, no, you guys have done a really good job of like making it not an entirely different thing from what it was 6 months ago, so I don't feel like I'm having to relearn everything, but
Hmm.
like adding in things that are like, hey, here's some cool little like features that we're wanting to incorporate to make it easier, because when you have things integrated and incorporated into it, it is a lot easier to kind of like, one click install it and be ready to go. Because that's kind of where you need to start for some people, is like, I just want to start, because then it kind of gets all of that anxiety out of the way over doing it. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing a great
And I
job.
think our thank you. And we'll totally tell the devs that because they appreciate that feedback so much. And I really think the overlays they just make it so much easier to
Hmm.
fundraise. We have a default one that's already set up with the event list for your donors, your progress bar, and your alert box. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
I
that's a
love it.
lot
You
to
could
set up when
is
you get
isn't
into
it
the
a
back of
lot?
it,
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
and integrating it into your setup. You want to have everything kind of like like the term I would use, because gaming is like plug and play, right? Like I kind of just want to be able to like go for it, because you still want everything to look nice, you still want everything to integrate well into what your setup is, and the fact that there's like good default options of like the full banner across the top, the condensed banner, if that's going to work better for you.
Yep.
Like having
Mhm.
those default options with the alert box and everything set up is like, if you are unable to like kind of handle setting up a whole new thing, it can all be just one little button, kind of plug and play, and it's perfect. It's good.
Yeah, and the overlays they're custom to each fundraiser. It's not like an overlay and you have to set up for each fundraiser. No, it's already set up for you. So
Hmm.
I love it. I love it. And I'm glad you again are enjoying Tiltify. We're happy to have you a part of our community. So thank you.
Thank you.
And Miss Camila, I know you've been fundraising since last year. A little bit. You
Hmm.
started around April or so, or with Play Live, basically. How's your experience been from the beginning to now?
It's been really good. Like I came in like still learning how to use broadcast software, still learning what on earth to do about like alerts and all that systems, and Tiltify out of all of those things was the easiest thing for me to figure out and learn. Like I feel like I didn't have many questions. It was very straightforward. And now like a couple of fundraisers in, and my one job is at a nonprofit where I just explained to my boss like this is Tiltify. It's free. Like there's not anything super complicated. He just went in and together we sat down. It took like 5 minutes to set up for a nonprofit side to get it all up and running, did everything. And then my last, no, my second to last Tiltify fundraiser was for my job. And that was in August. So it was really nice just to be able to easily kind of give back in that sense, since I work at a nonprofit that focuses on STEM education because it runs first programs in the on the other side of the country from me. So it was just nice to up and running, like didn't have to ask questions to my boss or anything besides like the hey, if you get any emails about PayPal, just ignore them for like the next month. Don't ask questions. It's a surprise. I will tell you about it when I'm in Oregon. Thanks.
And it is called First, correct?
Yeah.
I believe it's called First. Yeah. That's
For inspiration and
awesome.
recognition of
Oh,
science and technology.
oh,
I
there we
love
go. I was just
that.
gonna ask, what does that stand for? There we go. Wow, that has got to be very fulfilling to you. Just like I get to use my community and fundraise for my job, and we get to do good. Wow, you're. It's like I'm trying to explain like the emotion you would have because it's like double good emotion, if that makes sense. Like I'm going back to my job and then I'm coming to stream for my job and I'm just doing good all around. That's awesome, Camila. So
Mhm.
thank you so much for sharing. And we are happy to have you a part of our community as well. So you're always doing some good and we love seeing all the fundraisers you're doing. So thank you. Thank you. And I am definitely going to have to fundraise for First as well. I'm all about STEM and kids and STEM and technology and all that fun stuff. That's super exciting. Super exciting. And Miss Libby, let's hear about you and your experience for the last couple years.
Boy, yeah, I was gonna say, so my experience with Tiltify goes back a bunch. The first year I ever did Play Live was before it was on Tiltify, which is like things all got shifted around, which I'm really bummed about because I don't have my records from some stuff prior to the Tiltify swap, but it's cool. It's cool. We count the running totals from whatever year, 16 or 17 onward. Um, it's just incentive to meet the, big goals long term even quicker. Yeah, so I've been using Tiltify for a long time. Have loved all of the improvements. Also, little baby shout out to the throwback overlays on the overlay platform because prior to the change, there were these kind of original Tiltify layouts, and those are on there, which is really fun. So retro look. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's been the easiest thing. A lot of what I do, both for the team and just in general with folks in my community, folks that I meet, is I'm usually like, I think even in Nikki's case or a couple other new team members, it was like, hey, let's jump on a call. I'll show you how to get into this. And like, we'll get a lot of questions with new fundraisers, like, how do I set up? And I'm like, well, here's the video playlist. It's very easy. But if you need my help, let's jump on and like, I can show you what we normally do. Um, and those calls are like 90% people just being nervous in their own head about a new tool and not actually having like tried it and not been able to do that. Cause as soon as they get in, click, click, click. Oh, I get it. Okay, thanks. Great. And I'm like, sweet. Like, it's been such a great experience to create my own campaigns on it, especially for managing a team. It's really great because I can kind of see everybody's campaign at a glance, and kind of let our support for each of the different creators be amplified. And then, similar to Camilla, worked with a nonprofit that's near and dear to my family's heart, to get them onto Tiltify and do a fundraiser for them this past September for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Um, and that same thing, really small nonprofit, two people in the office, trying to figure out how to get on and onto the Tiltify platform. I was like, okay, well, like they're not always that tech savvy. Like they don't really know anything about streaming or Twitch. Like they're just trusting me to do the gaming internet part. And even that for them, getting them on the platform was so simple. Couple of clicks and they were there. And what's great is once they're there, that page exists forever for people to be able to fundraise for them. So someone else could hear 2 years from now about the Embrace Kids Foundation and go, oh, I want to support them. Oh, look, do that on Tiltify. And it's great. I think the coolest question I got in that sense too was I got the directors from the nonprofit came to me and said, hey, we sent this email out to our whole email list about this streaming thing. Really cool tangential note. Well, my father is a pediatric oncologist, and this particular nonprofit serves patient families at his hospital, and that's how I know what they are. We volunteered with them like my entire childhood. And first of all, one of our fundraisers on the campaign was actually one of my dad's patients who survived and is doing amazing and is like streaming and just absolutely kicked butt at his fundraiser. Um, but the coolest thing, they wrote their whole email list and they said, we're looking for streamers, gamers, they be part of this. Anyone can join our campaign. And someone wrote back and said, I don't stream. I don't do any of this. Can I just make a Tiltify page and like share it to my friends and try to fundraise that way? And he was like, he forwards me the email. I was like, can they do that? And I was like, they absolutely can. Like, you don't have to stream, make a YouTube video, anything like that. You just have a page and fundraise on it. And like, that's awesome. It's a great way of collecting that from, put it on your Facebook, talk to your aunts about it or whatever. Like, and so it was really neat for them to be like, oh, this is really a tool we can use. Yes, it's designed for this particular use case, but this is also a tool we can use to do better community-based fundraising in general as a nonprofit. And I was like, yeah, you can do that. And they're super thrilled with their experience so far. So that's been pretty great. But yeah, all in all, gold stars, A pluses all around. Have loved the platform forever and the improvements that are coming down the line for us, because it really helps as a creator just make the process of fundraising that much easier, right? You could do this the hard way and do your own custom alerts, and if you're really that into the tech, go for it. But like at the very baseline, you have a starter kit of like, you can do these few things, click, 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 and you're ready to just go fundraise and focus on the stuff that's actually going to make the impact. And I love that about Tiltify so much. So thank you for bringing it to us.
So cute. I just, oh gosh, yeah, I love Tiltify. I love what we can do. And yes, you do not have to be a streamer or a gamer to use Tiltify. When you create your campaign, you can choose what you are specifically doing, what event you're doing, a walk, or whatever it may be when you're creating your campaign. So, yes, you don't have to be a streamer, you don't have to be a gamer. You can make a Tiltify page, all right? Share with your family and friends. And our cool features like a QR code, you can go around a restaurant, be like, hey, donate, scan this QR code. I mean, I'm not telling you to do that, but I've heard it happen, okay? Like, hey, if you want to donate St. Jude here, scan this code. Every dollar goes to the cause, not through me. It goes to the cause through Tiltify. Yeah, so there's so many different features we have available that you can utilize. It doesn't have to be alerts and overlays since you're not a streamer, the QR code and all that fun stuff. I am just so honored to be here, and I'm happy to be working with Tiltify and be a part of the future of this platform. And we are, of course, we are an online fundraising platform. We stem from streamers and gamers. But yeah, there's so much more, and there's so much more growth outside of that industry. So I'm excited for what we do in the future. And that cause was called Embrace Kids
Embrace
Foundation.
Kids
Can you
Foundation, yeah.
Embrace Kids Foundation. That is awesome. Awesome. I would definitely check out that cause. So I'm just very happy right now with just my job, and I get to do this and listen to all your stories and why you fundraise. It's just beautiful to me, and I'm very emotional, so bear with me. Um bear with me. Make little QR stickers and put them on bus station stops. Oh my
I like this
gosh.
one. That's smart.
I didn't think of
I
that.
I was gonna say it's for legal reasons. This is a joke. But the high school I work in, they have this page that like if your teacher's out, it's a QR code. Whether you have to so you scan it in the morning when you come in, and you find out if any of your teachers are out. So you go to study hall, because they don't have substitute teachers, so they just go to study hall. Maybe the posters will just change. I don't know. Whose teachers are out? We don't know. Are we fundraising for St. Jude? Absolutely.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I didn't think about like QR stickers. You are very
That
smart,
is cool.
Muzzer. Thank you. Yeah,
Or you know what you do?
wow.
Okay, hear me out. You're going to an event. You're going to like a walk of the, robotics competition. Just
Yeah.
any place you might be in public.
Just
Print it on the sleeve of whatever you're doing that day. Get a sticker and like put it on you. Because I think about like, I work marketing, so like I do a lot of like booth design for like a TwitchCon, right? And how many times do you go to like the company booth and they're like, oh yeah, here, like scan the QR code on my shirt, and like it's the giveaway we're doing, or whatever. I don't know. Fundraiser QR code.
I thought you were gonna say tattoo when you said that. I was like,
Oh.
I don't know about real,
Oh.
maybe a
Tattoo, I was
temp. Do like a temp here, scan it, here you go. Like,
yeah.
listen, if your campaign's that important to you, just keep it open forever. Can we do
Yeah.
that? Can we just have an eternal campaign? So
Eventually, it will retire.
Eventually.
Eventually, it will
No,
retire. So
at
you're
Debs,
gonna be.
please.
What
No,
about
it's
just a
gonna
QR
retire
code?
eventually.
What about just a
Damn
QR
it,
code to
that's
like
gonna be
our
a wasted
pages?
tattoo.
That'd be good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that QR
you go.
code
Yes.
to your fundraising page, to your Tiltify
Like your
page,
to
so
like
it can
your
see all
at
your
CamillaPanda.
campaigns.
All of your
Yeah.
current, yeah, and previous.
Hey, okay, Camila, coming up with the good stuff. I
love
have
that.
never thought of that. Yeah, I like that. And you could just have a shirt made. Hey, you want to donate? Look at my campaigns I have open right now. Scan my shirt. Scan it right now.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
Yeah.
your
And
TwitchCon
then we,
uniform. You put it on the back of your shirt. People are like, what's that for?
Yeah. Like on your Play Live
Yeah.
shirt, put it on the back. That would be so
Oh,
cool.
At the
Ooh.
devs,
Wow.
at the
I
devs.
think
On the water
Camilla
bottle.
just unlocked like the next thing. Please, Tiltify team, that would be so cool. one that goes to your page.
Shout
For
out to
using thank
Yeah.
Camila.
you.
Okay. All right. That all props to her. Okay. If we work on that, okay. Because of her. And then we have Mez. Put on your business card when you go to TwitchCon because we're all going in 2022. Honestly, if yeah, that's actually a nice idea. I feel like at that point you could just use QR codes all around on your business card. Like, hey, this code is for my socials. This code is for my fundraising. If you want to check out all the causes I've fundraised for. Or do you think that would be too busy having two QR codes? I don't
Maybe
think
the
that's
back.
bad.
Like
Put it on the
you make
Yeah,
the
on the
back,
back with
back.
two
right?
Yeah, on the
codes.
back. Yeah. And then you have your logo or your photo on the front.
See, my front of
Hmm.
my card is a joke, and it says, "Hi, I'm Askesienne," and then in the bottom it says, "Don't worry about it. No one can pronounce it. Just call me Libby." Like I say that at the beginning of everything I introduce myself, as on purpose. It's literally on my card. It says like, "I'm Askesienne." Just kidding. No one can pronounce it. It's fine.
I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the QR code thing. That's cool. Wow. Learning so much today. Okay, come on, team. Look at us. Let's go. Yeah,
Hmm.
so adding a dev's QR code for our fundraising profile. Oh, that is probably the most incredible thing I've heard all year, Camila. I love that so much. I'm gonna go poke the devs, like, hey, do this now. Work on this now. Put down your list of all things. Thank you for that. And we're almost closing up shop, but I wanted to ask you all, what would you tell someone that is going to start their first fundraiser? If we could start with Camila.
Um, I think I've heard quite a few people give this advice, and it's the one that thing that like I would legitimately just be like, "Hey, this is the thing. Every dollar or every penny is a penny more than what the nonprofit had. So like don't ever feel bad. If you didn't make a goal, that's fine. You still did a lot of good because you're still helping someone. Also, it's not a competition. We're all in this together and we're all doing something amazing."
I love that so much. And I agree with everything you just said. Yeah, there's so many people that just they get really bummed out about not hitting their goal or they only raised half of it. Okay, it's fine. You did half of your goal, and that's what they didn't have yesterday. And you did an amazing job with your community. And regardless of fundraising, awareness is so important because I'm sure some people in your community, they didn't hear about that cause before your fundraising stream. So awareness is just as powerful as fundraising. So, yep. And we can throw that same question to Butter.
Same question. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I kind of touched on it before. Like as a first time fundraiser this year, like the thing that kind of stopped me was thinking that I didn't have all of the necessary tools to do it. But I mean, through Tiltify, there's absolutely every tool that you would want, that you would need to at least get started. Because it's just like anything else. It's honestly about the journey. It's not about the end. You know, like it's about what you're doing and how you're touching people and the amount that you fundraise, like Camila said, like it's not about like that, oh, I raised, only half of my goal. It's like you made these really important connections with people. You've helped people in need. You have done all of these things. It's about the journey, and there's going to be a next time. Like once you do it once, there's going to be a next time. So enjoy the journey, you know?
I love that. Thank you so much for that, Butter. That's so important. It's all about the journey. It's all about what you're doing together as a community
Hmm.
and helping those in need.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, there's so many selfless creators out there. I'm like, oh my God, you're doing amazing work. You're
Yeah.
supporting so many different causes. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's people that fundraise every week, a different cause every week.
Hmm.
I'm like, wow, you are
You're doing
just a
it.
superhero. You are
A
doing it.
trooper. Yeah.
Trooper, yes.
Yeah. Because like it's not about that number at the end. Because if you're only focusing on the number, like it's not just about the numbers. Don't they put that on the t-shirts? Right? For more than just the bragging rights. Like it's not just about I did I did this amount of money. It's not about that. It's about the journey and like making an impact on other people, both in your community, outside of your community, all that.
I love that. Thank you so much, Better, for that. And we're going to close out with Libby. Again, if there's somebody that is starting out their first fundraiser, what advice would you tell them?
Ooh, find people and resources that will help you make it awesome. There are so many other creators, whether it's the content here on the Tiltify channel, whether it's folks who do gaming charity related podcasts. um, the she won't plug herself, so I'll do it for her. But or just like resource docs online. Leshki, who's a fantastic creator, has this amazing doc that is just like incentive ideas, right?
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between finding inspiration and seeing what works and like straight copying. If you straight copy someone, they're gonna know that you're not genuinely being yourself. Find stuff that resonates with your community and that you can have fun with. And keep your safety in mind. I had a day where I did a bunch of sour warheads as an incentive, and the next day I realized, ooh, all that sugar probably tipped off my migraines. So like, hey, this Tuesday, nope, sorry guys, warheads are off. Like I get that it's
Yeah.
fun and funny, but like
Mhm.
I'm still a human being with a human body.
Yes.
Safety matters a ton, especially for like length of stream, what you're doing
Yeah.
as incentives. Just be careful and mindful, because if you aren't around or can't stream, then you can't do anything good for yourself or for others. And it's not a competition unless you decide to make it a fun one within your team. And like I use the idea of competition a lot, but in a positive way. I go like, the team is this close to $80,000. Which one of our team members is going to get us there? That's the tweet. That's it. That's the tweet, right? Like,
Yep.
who's going to do it? Here's all the 3 people fundraising for tonight. Who's going to put us over the line?
Yeah.
Huge difference between that level of like, or like, what was it, 2 years ago, Ash, where we're like, Team Kitty and Rock Squad are 7th and 8th on the leaderboard. Who's gonna
Yes.
do it, right? And you sort of ignite that. There's no losing there. You can
Yeah.
come in lower on the list, but you still did an amazing thing. And at least on our end, we noticed that pushed things in a really positive way. So like the competition wherein you judge yourself against someone else's progress and go like, I sucked at this because I didn't raise $1 million. Ugh, gross. We don't like that. But there's a level of like, there are other creators. Find a team, find a fundraising group, find people in the Tiltify Discord, right? Like find people to kind of create that environment with, and have fun with it as you go through. But never be afraid to take inspiration as long as you're being authentic to you too. Because a lot of my like some of my best ideas, one of my best friends gave me the Warheads idea, and it's like my number one killer every time. And if I had said like, oh, I don't want to copy his idea, then like I would never have done it. We never would have used it. So seek out the community, because it's a good community to be part of. It's all casters making a difference. And that's my long-winded advice. Just find people and vibe with them and raise money, and
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
great.
Yes, ask questions. You are not alone. We're all here to help, especially in our Tiltify Discord. So make sure you join our Discord. You see that link in the chat right now. So join our Discord. We chat about different organizations in there, just chatting about games, New World, all that fun stuff. Post pictures of your pets. Post pictures of your pets, all that fun stuff. So there's a link in chat. We are here to help, especially me. I'm here. I'm the fundraising expert. I'm here to help you. I will get you all set up in just a couple minutes. But I just want to thank all these beautiful creators that I have today with me for taking the time to chat with me and talk about your journeys and, using the Tiltify platform. We're so grateful for your time because it's precious. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to thank our community for watching the stream and also the creators community coming here and chatting with us. We really appreciate it. We see you all. So thank you. Thank you for your time. We are going to um actually wait. I want to touch on something real quick, Libby. With Team Kitty fundraising, I forgot we didn't touch
Yeah.
on this. With Team Kitty fundraising, we also had other members sending their communities to other team members' streams after they
Yes.
ended streams. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing ever. And when we had the Discord this year, we were like, we set up the donations to come through the
Mhm.
Discord, and then we would hype each other up, and it was so beautiful. So if you are creating a team campaign, make a separate Discord. You can have it all about the fundraising event, so you keep up with one another, and you can send love to another team member or however you're running that event. So I just wanted to touch on
Mhm.
that real quick.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
no, we
wait,
love that. Is
I
having the bot
yes.
that announced donations too was like that
Mm-hmm.
bot would track all the campaigns and the Discord bot would post like, hey, and it would be great because like Camilla would be having, some crazy night with like chain after chain after chain, and we could all be like, okay, this is where to go. Like, let's all jump over there and like be supportive, raid in, bring that, or like, hey, someone's live. Like we had a who's live and a donations, and it helped immensely with kind of
Yes.
making sure everybody kept up with each other. So like, yes, absolutely. That
Yes.
was so
I
good to
wanted
have
to touch on
centralized.
that. Yeah, that was amazing, and it motivated me to keep going. And I'm sure with Butter and Camila, like it was so fun. So
Yeah.
just wanted to touch on that real
You
quick.
guys really pushed like me to like uh, just to like exactly that. Like I was like, okay, I'm at like a goal that I hit. I'm very happy with that. I'll leave it where it was, but we'll continue to fundraise. And you were like, oh, just push it. And I was like,
I did.
oh, and you're like, push it. You're like, okay, right. It was like, eventually push
Leave them the
because
empty space. It's psychology, Butter. Leave them the empty space to
exactly,
fill.
yeah. You guys were like, no, just you got this and you're killing it. Push it. And you guys said it, and then you came behind it and we're like, yes, here's the raids, here's the donations, here's all of this like support to continue to push. Like definitely find a group of people that you just mesh with well, because they're going to push you. And like with the incentives things, honestly, no one's really going to be mad if you have a similar incentive to them, right? No, they're gonna be like, you're
Not at
fundraising,
all.
yes.
You know how many people
Yay.
use Bean Boozled and Warheads and
Exactly,
stickers and
because they're
googly eyes?
great.
They're
Yes,
great
drawing
and
on
they're
yourself
fun.
because people like
Yeah.
them, right?
I'm not going to put a marker to my skin, but yeah, they do that too. I'm always terrified. I'm like, what if it doesn't come off? you know? But yeah,
Yeah,
people do
ask me
fun
about my
things.
face tattoos one day. I had to wear my
Yeah.
face tattoos to
Oh,
work
I
once. My
remember.
boss made a bet that was like, if we reach this in my chat, unsolicited without my permission, writes in my chat, if we reach this much money, she will wear them to work tomorrow. And I went, hold up. Nobody asked me, but I did. And my staff meeting that day was, I was like, all right, guys, like any questions? And someone else goes, yeah, Libby, I had a question. What's it like to be famous rapper Post Malone? Because I had like these floral like face tattoos all over me. Yeah, it was a fun time. It doesn't come off sometimes, and then you just
No.
have to hope that nobody notices.
Yeah.
Or you stream in the morning and then you make it a goal for your community to
Yes.
shame you at your job, because that is a great time when you
Camilla
show up
streams
to
before
work.
work.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
rough.
Yeah, showing up to the all-call staff meeting in an EV onesie or maybe even a mustache and unibrow combo. It's great.
Oh.
Wow.
Fabulous.
It's good.
People love humiliating streamers. It's just what this website's about,
All
you
for the
know?
good cause.
It's
All
for the
for
right
the
cause.
cause. Promise. Yeah, Mocha Jones said any spooky ideas. I'm assuming you mean like spooky incentives. Really scare alerts. I mean,
Scare alerts are the
that's
best.
enough.
Scary
That
games,
scares
scare
me
alert.
enough.
Hmm.
Yes, and since we're on a topic of like spooky alerts, accessibility, make sure you don't have anything that could cause PTSD or anything that could be, uh, sensory overload or anything like
Yeah,
that.
avoid
So just
strobing and flashing.
yes,
Avoid
and
that. Definitely.
gunshots. Yes. Yeah, I turned that off. I'm like, yeah. So just
Hmm.
be wary of that. All right, we're all about, you know, gaming for all and fundraising for all. So, yeah.
Hmm.
I just want to thank you all again. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We have our extension. If you have it over the stream, you can follow all these amazing creators on their Twitch channels. And we are going to end off where we can find you all on socials. Okay. So, Butter, where can we find you on socials so we can keep up with you?
Um, Twitter's like the number one. Like I use Twitter the most out of everything. I'm Homo Stereo on there. It's not Butter. I've tried to get it. I can't get it. But Homo Stereo, it's great. You can always drop by my stream and you can get invited to the Discord because we're always gaming there, always doing fun things. So those are the two, Twitter and Discord. That's yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. And Libby, where can we find you, my dear?
Yeah, on Twitter I'm Libby K, Libbyk. And then on Twitch I'm Askesienne. And then if you want to find the team, we're at Team Kitty TV everywhere.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And Camilla, where can we find you, my dear?
You can find me as CamillaPanda on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And as a I guess I should mention, since Libby did that earlier, I started a podcast recently that focuses on nonprofits in gaming. So it's all different nonprofits that utilize gaming, whether it's fundraising or they're focused on gaming, like Queer Women of Esports, Take This, Thousand Dreams
Mhm.
Fund. That it's a basically just a nice little podcast that focuses on those nonprofits and then helping folks understand how gaming can help them or how streamers can get involved in fundraising and supporting those wonderful initiatives and organizations.
Wow. And that's on your YouTube channel?
Yes, it is. Also on
Ooh,
Spotify.
awesome.
Oh,
Spotify.
yes.
Awesome. Definitely will tune in. That's awesome. Thank you, Libby, because we probably would have never heard of that. So thank you. Thank you for
Hey, I
plugging.
exist purely to hype up my friends. That's all I'm here
Yes.
for.
Yes, yes. You gotta hype them up. So thank you for sharing that. Can't wait to tune in. That sounds super exciting. And if Tiltify can help in any way, let us know. Or, if you need any support with that, we are totally here.
I
So
would love
everyone,
to have Tiltify as a guest.
oh,
Please and
what
thank
you
you.
don't say. Okay, let's
The most
connect. Okay.
efficient guest booking of all time.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm sure I have, yeah, my coworkers. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Okay, cool. We're gonna talk about that
In the
later.
DMs. Yep.
Everyone, follow them on their socials, and again, you can easily follow them on an extension to their Twitch channel. We're gonna go send some love to another community member. Tiffany Witcher is alive with Tales of Arise. Looks really fun.
Ah.
Tiffany Witcher is a non-binary VTuber here. Within our community, and they are always fundraising every week. Every week. That is the person I was talking about earlier. Every week, Tiffany is fundraising. So let's go send them some love. All right. And yes, chat, I did edit the raid message. It does not say Tiltify anymore. It says Tiltify. All right.
Perfect.
We are back on track. It's so easy to misspell Tiltify sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can copy that raid message, let's get locked and loaded. Let's go shoot some love to Tiffany Witcher. And again, I appreciate all your time today. I hope you stay safe out there. It's getting a little chilly, so stay warm. Okay. It's very cold here in California, which is very interesting because it was 100 degrees a couple days ago, but it's getting chilly. So stay safe out there. Take care of your families. And we'll be back with our next chat. Um, I'm not sure about next week, but we do have a special makeup planned stream for the week of the 24th to the 30th on Thursday, the 28th, with Ashlina. We're going to be doing some horror SFX makeup and talking about charity and doing some fun things. So, of course, take a look at our schedule here on the Twitch channel. So, keep up with it. And I will see you all later. Have a beautiful rest of your day. All right. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
friends. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.